Come on. There we go. Hello.
Hello. There's something about the crickets behind us that really adds to the
Oh,
silence.
yes. You're definitely going to hear that. Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 33. Will's not here right now. He's dead. We killed him.
You say that every time.
This
I feel
time,
like
this
you
time
need to get a better
This
excuse.
time it actually happened.
Oh.
Because we don't want him here. We want you here.
It's hard to learn that over the internet. It's going to be a tough one.
And we're very happy to have you.
Thank you.
And by we, I mean me.
You and all the people here with
This is
us
Vicky.
in our living room.
If you don't know, TheGeekChic on twitch.tv/TheGeekChic, or chick if you don't know how to spell.
It was spelled that way for a reason.
People are excited.
Let's
Atten's
put it
over
out
here,
there.
Ultra Nerd. Where's Will? He says.
I feel like people automatically get angry that nothing or no one but Will is sitting
Yeah.
here or no one but you is sitting there.
Something's different. The Joker, aka Jason Todd, is back.
Oh.
In
He's
the-
always in the chat.
Jason Todd, yes, but he changed his name to the Joker just to stick it to us.
Oh.
The feistiest ninja, Jonathan Garcia.
The
Corn
shiftiest-
Dog,
the
thank you for the
shiftiest
host.
ninja.
Shiftiest. God damn it, I get it
How
wrong
do I know
just
that every
change,
time?
Just change
How do
your name.
I know that every time, and I just know it just by the fact that you said the wrong one.
Atten, Jonathan, Matt, Matthew. Hello. Edwin. Welcome back to another edition of Wulff Den Live. We've got much to talk about.
So much.
Just kidding. Not much, because not much is happening other than No Man's Sky, and I don't want to talk
the only
about it.
thing that has happened, besides what we're going to talk about, is people being angry about No Man's Sky.
I know.
That's the only thing that I've seen.
One of the stories I have is No Man's Sky related, because you just gotta, but I'm trying not to make
Is
it a
the
top
Reddit
story.
article?
The what?
Is it the Reddit article?
It sure is. Because
I read that whole thing. I didn't understand any of it. 'cause
I got
haven't
some
played the
choice
game yet.
words for that. But first, we have you here. And we got to talk about Destiny.
I am.
'Cause that's what you do.
I am the key Destiny
You're
extraordinaire.
You are the Destiny streamer.
I am.
That is what you do.
Through thick and thin. Well, there's a lot of thin, let me tell you.
You are, you won't even play other games when they come out. Like,
I do, but I do usually stick to Destiny because that is my home.
a lot of people in the Destiny community, the day No Man's Sky came out, they switched to No Man's Sky and played
Yes.
some No Man's Sky.
Once Division came out, they switched to Division.
Yeah, the Division.
When Overwatch came out, some people switched to Overwatch.
You played a little bit of Overwatch.
I play a little bit of Overwatch. Overwatch is a game that you can play. Unless you're playing competitively, it's a game that you can play and play other games at the same time. So it's totally fun.
All right. So, tell me all about Rise of Iron.
All
I have
about-
not. I used to play with you all
Yes.
the time. Me and you go
They can
way
hear
back.
this.
We used to play all the time.
I'm gonna be like that YouTuber. They're gonna be like, "You seen that video where he was hitting her, and then then in the reflection there was guns."
And then she was like, help,
Yeah. Then they were like, "Do a heart," and she was
help,
like,
help
"What?
me,
Rise of Iron."
come to my house.
No, but
We used to play every single thing together. We would do all the missions together, and
We did
then
the
you became a
raids.
big Destiny streamer now, and you never play with me.
That is untrue. It is quite the opposite, actually. I would play with you in a heartbeat.
No, I don't play anymore. It's too much.
You will play in Rise of Iron.
There was so little to do, and then all of a sudden, the last expansion, boom, million goddamn things. No, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, but see, you are the opposite spectrum of what most of the Destiny community says is available to them. So anyway, the last big DLC, The Taken King, came out almost a year ago to the day. Since then, we've had no content except for like a small April patch that kind of updated Prison of Elders to Challenge of Elders, did a couple weapon adjustments and stuff like that. Rightfully so, the Destiny community got a little antsy because they were like, when are we going to get something big? When are we going to get something huge? When are we going to get a lot to do that I can just not, because I'm not really a PvE person personally, so when PvP gets a little dry, I'm kind of like, well, what else is there to do? So when Rise of Iron started leaking, pictures of it started leaking, people were getting really excited, but also kind of skeptical because they were like, is it going to be a big patch? Is it going to be another April patch? Like, is this going to be another Taken King? So it turns out it is going to be pretty much, I think, the size of the Taken King. It's going to have a new raid. It's going to have a new strike. It's going to have a whole new weapons rebalancing. It's going to have new armor, new weapons, kind of rekindling of some old weapons that people did not want to see return.
Like what?
Which is the Thorn.
Oh, so what does that mean? A year 2 Thorn?
Technically, it's year 3.
Okay.
But yeah, so year 3 Thorn, which is the weapon that
3
people.
years.
Yeah. I mean, the game hasn't been out for 3 years yet, but this is like, people are just saying year 3 is like a term because they considered Taken King year 2, even though it really wasn't, but this is like.
That was from the Taken King till now is the 2nd year of Destiny.
That's what like
Okay,
is considered,
so-
yes. Even though Destiny 2 hasn't technically come out yet.
So this Rise of Iron is the 2-year anniversary of Destiny.
Yes,
Correct.
Destiny came out in 2014.
But it's the 3rd year of Destiny.
Yeah,
according to
that's what like
people.
people say. I mean, it's not. It's a technicality. It's whatever.
So what
you wanna
happened
call
was
it.
the first year of Destiny, we had all these cool exotics, and everybody
Right.
got very used to them because there weren't many. Then year 2 came out. There were new exotics. This was the Taken King.
Yes.
New exotics, and there was a higher level cap, so a lot of the old exotics didn't transfer over.
Right.
So you have year 1 exotics and year 2 exotics. Now there will be year 3 exotics.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
You're going to see the return of 2 big primary weapons. Well, primary. One is a primary. One is a heavy weapon. The Gallahorn and Thorn are both making returns in Rise of Iron. One people are really excited about. One not so much. The Gallahorn, obviously a huge namesake of Destiny. When you were, if you were a year 1 player, you would know the excitement of getting your first Gallahorn. Everyone usually remembers their first Gallahorn.
Yeah, I remember buying it from Zerg.
I only got 1 Gallahorn the whole game. The second one I bought from Zerg, but like just from gameplay, I only got 1, and it was towards the end of year 1, right before Taken King came out.
I also think you had to buy mine for me. Yeah, I know you got the Hawk Moon for
Really?
me.
Maybe. Anyway, if you're an avid PvP
If you're an avid
player, if you're an avid PvP player, if you're an avid PvP player, you know that Thorn is one of the most hated guns in the game because of its damage over time. People think that that shouldn't have existed in the first place. So if you were like, say, a avid Trials of Osiris player, you probably got killed by the Thorn in year 1 many times.
You're not talking to people who play Destiny right now.
That's why I said if you are.
You're talking to people like
Some of the
me,
people.
like this
Some
guy.
of the people I'm talking to.
You're talking to me, who hasn't played Destiny in months.
Well, that's all you need to know about the weapons.
Why do I need to?
Actually, a weapon that you might know of, the Cuz of Stuff,
Yep.
which is the first gun that you get in Destiny,
Oh
is
yeah.
becoming exotic.
Kalishnikov?
No,
That just sounds good.
that is not it.
That sounds
It's
good.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's KHOS something. So,
It's a sound.
yeah. So Rise of Iron drops September 20th. Something huge that the Destiny community has been asking for from day 1 dropped on Tuesday, which is private matches. Something that, is been asked for since day 1. People are very, very excited this is coming to Destiny. You do not have to have the Taken King, like any of the new DLCs to have it. You can just play it.
So previously, you couldn't just play you couldn't play against your friends.
Yeah,
You
if
can only
you're not
play-
familiar to Destiny,
you can
let
only
me
play on the
set
same team as them.
let me set the stage of what it would be like if you wanted to do, say, a 3v3 versus your friends. You would have to get one person that, say, like 2 people in New York happen to be in the fire team. You'd have to have one person on one team, one person on another team. They would have to be the fire team leaders. You would have to count down like 3, 2, 1. Okay, try and match, and then it would search. Then you'd look. Oh wait, do we get you? I don't know, maybe. And that's how you would have to match
It
up
was
with your
totally
friends.
random, and you were hoping that just because you were doing it at the same time, you get thrown into the same server.
Yeah. Other than that, it's total matchmaking. But now it's going to be private matches. You're going to be able to choose up to 6 players, like 6v6. So 12 players total in your fire team. You get to choose the map. You get to choose the time of day. And you don't get to set rules like, formally, like no hand cannons, no exotics, no this. But, you can do that just by communicating with your team. But people are very, very excited for this. Competitive leagues have already reached out to some Destiny streamers who are very, very good, saying like, "Hey, if this gets big, we're gonna recruit you." And
That
I'm
would
sure
be awesome.
I'm sure that will bring. And people asked me yesterday. They were like, "What do you think of competitive, sports or esports coming to Destiny?" Like, because some of the community doesn't have the greatest reputation, but I feel like that's more of a loud minority. I said any attention to this game is great because people always said for months and months that it was going to be a dead game. They said the Division was going to kill it. They said Overwatch was going to kill it. They said everything was going to kill it. So it's still here. It's coming out with all the things that people want. So I think this will be like a giant revival.
I was disappointed when Destiny came out that there was no competitive play. There was no MLG.
Bungie is known for that.
But it is an RPG, so like how would you even do that in a Major League format? I can understand doing it competitively at home. You know, you're playing against other people.
Yeah.
That some website will have a bracket up.
Yeah.
But you can't have like an event. You can't go to an event. You'd have to log in. Everybody would have to log in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would have to have internet on every single one of the machines. It's not like Call of Duty. You just load it up and, do a LAN. Can't do that with Destiny.
Well,
Unless you
sure.
have a certain amount. They would have to make a mode that just gives you, like, set weapons.
Yeah, which
Like
they didn't do
vanilla
anything
weapons
like
or
with the
something.
weapons or anything like that, or armor. But I know a lot of people are excited about this. I feel like this literally only came. They would not have done this if the community didn't want it. You know what I mean? Like if this was just if the community was very casual about this game, I feel like it's truly the YouTube and Twitch and really frequent players that made this happen.
So what does this mean for your stream? Are you gonna?
This is great.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when PvP comes?
All
up?
of the
When,
people in my stream, like, they just want to go 1v1 against me. Because people always come into streamers' chats and they go, you suck at this game, 1v1 me, I'll
course they do.
annihilate you.
Of course they
But
do.
even if you're, like, amazing at the game, you could be, like, mediocre like me, or you could be, like, amazing like another streamer, and they'll still say it. So now you actually can 1v1 somebody. So people are automatically like, oh my god, that'll be amazing. I know the Destiny community is already planning some kind of tournament, a bracketed tournament of some sort, and I think that'll be exciting. I think it'll be really fun. Something like similar that we did with SRL, like the Sparrow League Racing.
So you, on your stream,
Yeah.
what's the first thing you're gonna do when private matches come out?
I'm gonna verse my viewers.
Okay, 1v1? Or are you gonna do
No,
like
I'm
a
gonna do
tournament?
like a 6v6. Not like a
Okay.
tournament, but just do like a 6v6. And I think that'll be great because a lot of people ask me why I don't play like more 3v3s, and literally the only reason is because I can't play with as many people in a 3v3 as I can in like a 6v6. So to be able to get 11 other viewers into the game is gonna be like really nice. Hopefully, maybe by then PlayStation will allow game invites, but I doubt that will happen. It's only a month away.
What do you mean allow game invites?
Like on Xbox, you can invite someone to a game without them being on your friends list or without inviting them to a party first.
Oh, that's dumb.
That is like a huge setback of PlayStation, but I digress. So yeah, September 20th is the launch of Rise of Iron. September 23rd is the launch of the actual raid, because usually in Destiny, like, the raid doesn't come out. This is actually, I think, the soonest a raid has come out after the release of the actual DLC.
They've had a while to work on it.
That's true. But the raid is called Wrath of the Machine, and it comes out the 23rd. People are already asking me if I'm going to try and be world's first, because last year my friends were world's first, and it was very exciting for them. I don't know, because I definitely will try, but we do leave for TwitchCon, like, shortly after Rise of Iron comes out, which is kind of a bummer.
Oh, God.
So I won't be able to invest, like, as much time into it as I want.
Are people not going to TwitchCon because of that?
No, they still are. I mean, we all knew the dates and everything that these people are going to PAX West, TwitchCon, anything else.
Cross Contour says, I have no idea why they're having so many problems increasing inventory. What does that mean?
Increasing inventory space? Because
I guess.
I think for this DLC, because in Taken King they did increase the vault space. In this DLC, they are not increasing the vault space.
They say they are going to do a slight improvement, but it won't happen at launch of Rise of Iron.
Yeah, if he's talking about vault space, I know that, at launch at this DLC, they're not increasing any vault space.
They increased it like crazy last year.
Yeah, I mean, last year one Destiny, I had a huge problem with my armor and weapons fitting into the vault. I always had to, like, squeeze them in. But now I don't have a problem. And I've also cleaned out a lot of stuff. I had a lot of useless stuff. I think it's just a hoarding problem.
A whore
So the new
problem.
the new raid drops the 23rd. The strike that comes with the new game, or the new DLC rather, is called the Wretched Eye. That is also going to be interesting. Just if you look at, like, the GameSpot trailer, they have, like, a lot of interesting imagery and stuff like that. The new gear looks awesome. One thing that people were, assuming was going to happen, but wasn't confirmed until it was confirmed by Bungie, that they are dropping, PS3 and Xbox 360 support. This was actually the
Good.
last Trials of Osiris for those consoles this
I thought
past
they did
weekend.
that already.
No, this past weekend. They were going to do it in August sometime. This past weekend.
Like servers are cut.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
That's it.
Get the
This
hell
past
out.
weekend was
Upgrade
the last Trials of
or,
Osiris.
Or murder yourself.
Sure. But anyway, so I don't know if you saw.
No. The last update. What the hell was it called? The last DLC,
Taken King.
Taken King. That
Yes.
wasn't for last gen, right?
That was for last gen.
I thought they cut that.
No, this
No,
is going to be the
one.
first time
This one
that they're
cut-
cutting off.
And they're also cutting the servers at the same time.
Yeah.
They're like, F you, we don't care.
Well, they're only cutting.
Get an
Well,
Xbox
they're cutting
One.
the servers for anything that is PvP based. So it's like you can't do Clash or Control or anything like that. You can only do like classic PvP. You can still PvP. You just can't be able. But if you really, if a lot of console prices have gone down, I'm assuming they're going to go down even more. So I know new consoles are expensive, but if you can squeeze it, try to. If you never got the Taken King, Destiny is selling an all-in-one game. They just announced that, I think, yesterday or the day before for $40. You can get the whole shebang, every DLC.
I feel like it's too late for most people. If you didn't get the Taken King bundle, you're not getting this bundle.
Probably not, but like it's out there if you want it. So, And in this update, they patched something. I guess the patch yesterday for Destiny players was, something that had to do with the legacy consoles being dropped, because they had you read this whole long agreement and you couldn't press. You had to hold X for 10 seconds to make sure you're reading it. It basically said we are cutting support for 360 and PS3. If you are one of those people and you are upgrading your characters from old consoles to new consoles, this is how you do it. Please make sure you pay attention to this, because it is imperative if you want all your gear and stuff.
Nobody's gonna pay attention to that.
And they're gonna be like, my character's gone. I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, it's been 2 years and you're still running on garbage hardware.
And people still fight me on that. They still fight me on that. They're like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm like, the same people who are gonna fight me on why they're dropping legacy consoles are the same people who bitch and complain about what Destiny could be doing, but they're not doing. You can't do everything that you could possibly do with holding on to an 8-year-old, 9-year-old console.
So that's 2 years with an Xbox Live or a PlayStation Plus subscription.
Yeah.
So that's 50. Yeah, that's half a console.
I mean, didn't the Xbox One just drop a ridiculous amount?
Yeah. It's like 200 something.
Yeah.
I think it's like 230.
And look, I know that might be not pocket change to most people, but I'm just saying, if you want to continue playing this game, the game has to be able to.
If you're paying for Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus, you're not pinching pennies.
No,
or
I know.
anything,
But I'm just saying, you want to be sensitive to everybody. You can't just be like, oh, why don't you go out and get another console?
I feel like you're
people do
just
say
lazy at that point.
No, I mean, people have other priorities besides
I
video
understand.
games. But
I understand.
if you are part of the Destiny community, if you want to continue on, you do have to do this. The game has to expand. Technology has to move on, with or without you. So it's just the reality of the situation.
I'm glad that they're dropping Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 support, because now they could do more things that you can't
and that's
do
what I
on
mean.
just that hardware. Specifically, they're saying that shaders applying to raid gear, they're saying that might have been a limitation of the Xbox 360
Really?
and the PlayStation 3. Now, is that an option? Shaders applying to raid gear?
It's not an option.
It just happens.
It just happens.
What if I want the gold color of the raid gear,
Its
You just
shaders are
can't get it?
they've for something that you would deem so simple, shaders have been such a hot topic of why doesn't this piece of armor shade, or why doesn't this shade? Well, now, I mean, in the new DLC, you're actually going to be able to shade your weapons. Certain weapons are going to be able to change colors depending on what artifacts you put on them. Certain weapons are going to be able to do certain things depending on what artifacts you put on them. One that I really like is that you can deflect rockets back at your enemy, which I think is one of the best ones.
with the sword.
With the sword. Another one is something about you don't get a super, but you get crazy amounts of grenades and melee attacks, which is great for melee nade if you play that version of Trials of Osiris.
What is that?
Melee nade is when you only use your melee and your nades to kill your enemies. You don't use your super. I mean, you don't use weapons.
And the other guys just don't know that you're doing that?
No, they have no idea. Sometimes they get it and they start to
To grief you or
pitch
something?
in, but the last thing, I guess, the big thing to mention is Supremacy, which is going to be the new PvP mode. Supremacy is going to be very similar to Kill Confirmed in Call of Duty. I think that's what it was called. Where you basically in Supremacy, you have to kill your enemy, but the enemy's going to drop a crest.
A dog tag? Okay.
Yeah, the enemy's going to drop a crest. You have to pick up the crest to get the points. You can't just kill them. You have to actually get the crest. So people are excited about that. I feel like that's, a really fun objective that any map could work with, because the problem that a lot of people had with Taken King when Rift came out is that the new Taken King PvP maps were really mostly designed for Rift, and they were so big.
What's Rift?
when you have to, it's pretty much like basketball, like space basketball. There's one big orb on either side of the map, and your job is to get this little ball and dunk it into that orb. So therefore, the maps are very large. So any other mode of PvP on that map, so on those maps, seems very like out of place.
So now, for the Taken King when that came out, I played all of the single player missions.
Yeah.
I played Rift or whatever the hell. I played some PvP because I like Destiny PvP.
Yeah, the two modes that came out with Taken King, I believe there were only two, was Rift and Mayhem.
Yeah. And I'm always looking forward to getting some new weapons, but I know I'm never ever gonna get anything good. So
You never know. You should see.
I've been wanting an Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades you have to work for, though.
I'm not doing any work.
The Ace of Spades. You should see what the Hawkmoon looks like with the artifact put on. It turns black and gold.
Oh.
Very nice.
So how do I get this artifact?
I think you just earn them throughout the game. They drop just like anything else. I'm pretty sure.
So
Don't
what?
quote me
I
on
just
that.
get an artifact and I shove it in
And
my.
yeah,
in my
there's gonna be
Hawkmoon?
like, you know how like when you upgrade your weapon, there's like those little circles and you pick whatever you want to, add to that weapon. It's gonna be similar to that. They kind of just attach.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I think it's
Does
gonna
it
be
does it
great.
make it more powerful too?
I don't think it makes it more powerful. I
Just
think
makes
it's
it look
just
cool?
they just add certain abilities and also you could change the color.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
A little modification of my Hawkmoon. So that's one reason I gotta play.
That's one reason.
I guess I gotta do the raid, but first you gotta do it, and then
I
you
know.
gotta take me through it.
Last time, little known fact, I'm a partnered streamer on Twitch. Last year when I got partnered, that's the day that I got partnered, because I got partnered at like 6 a.m. The day that I got partnered was the first time I tried the Taken King raid, and I hadn't slept in like over 24 hours because I was just so excited. And my raid mates wanted to murder me because I was so distracted because that was like my first day as like a partnered streamer.
Jason Todd says watching Destiny gameplay reminds me of Borderlands fused with Halo. Yeah, that's exactly
makes
what it
sense.
is. Tevia says Destiny sounds so boring. I love
Some people
Uncharted
don't
4.
like Destiny. Some people just don't like it. And like people have, since I started playing Destiny, people have come into my stream and say, A, people still play this game. B, this game sucks. C, show your boobs.
Hey, show your boobs. Remember when The Division was supposed to kill Destiny?
Can I just say that like, and I never, when someone comes in chat and they like go on and on and on about how something's going to kill the game that I'm playing, I try not to engage because that's what they want. And I'm like, dude, what you do you, man. Whatever games that you want to play, that's totally cool. I'll play the games that I want to play. You play the games that you want to play, and we'll move on. But yeah, for months and months and months when the Division was announced, I had to hear that Division was going to kill Destiny, that Destiny was dead. Like the day of the Division launch, I didn't play the Division. I played Destiny, and people were just like, I can't believe you're playing this game. It's dead now. The Division's out. And we all know how that ended.
The Division sucks. I hate The Division. It's
I didn't
stupid.
like the Division. I still feel like people can play the Division and have a great time if they so choose. I'm not going to go into a Division channel and be like, yo, suck a D. Why are you still playing this game?
I think I've said this before, but this is why I didn't like The Division. If you like it, whatever. It's a multiplayer game that you can't play with your friends, because if you play with your friends, the game is infinitely harder.
Yeah, because you have to all be on the same level.
You play a little bit more than me. You were a higher level than me. I couldn't shoot anybody.
I was like literally one level higher than you, and all of a sudden it was like turmoil.
You were higher. You were like a few levels higher than me. We played together. It was I couldn't kill anybody. I just had to sit there and with my like this and wait for you to kill everybody so I can just follow along. Then I leveled up away from you. I was like, I can't play with you. This is ridiculous. So I played without you because the game's good otherwise.
Yeah.
Or decent. Then I got to the same exact level as you. Then we played together, and everything was fine. You leveled up mid-mission, and then all of a sudden it was hard.
Got crazy, yeah.
All of a sudden, all of the enemies leveled up too.
Division...
That's how. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? That's not how any other game like that
also,
works.
the PvP mode was garbage. The Dark Zone was garbage. It was funny. It's funny. Sometimes it's funny because like things happen. You're like, oh, I got you. I stole your stuff.
It's interesting. It's a good
different.
idea. It's a good idea.
It needed to be expanded on.
Yeah.
The Division taught me that
just,
you can't take anything the gaming community says seriously because they will turn on you on a dime.
It's an interesting concept, the Dark Zone, but it didn't work well because the mechanics weren't tuned for something like that.
Yeah.
Like it reminded me a lot of Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever played that multiplayer.
I played it a little bit, yeah.
You get just dropped in the world, like the big open world, and with like 12 other people, and you don't know if they're good guys or bad guys. You don't know how they're gonna act.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to sit there with your like crosshair on them and be like, what are they gonna do?
Wait for something
And
to
that was
happen.
the coolest thing ever. And the Dark Zone reminded me of that, except that Red Dead Redemption had good shooting mechanics. I mean, the Division had good shooting mechanics, didn't have good movement, you know?
It was just awkward. I found myself crouching when I wanted to dive over
Exactly.
something and diving
That's
over
what I
something
mean.
I wanted to crouch.
I would panic when somebody in the Dark Zone would start shooting at me. I'd be like rolling around, like jumping over stuff, like, what the hell? I just want to get away.
One of my friends, Destiny was down for maintenance on Tuesday. So one of my friends was like, all right, I'll play the Division for a little bit. He's like, I literally walked by one player like every 45 minutes. Whereas I used to always like see people like running around and doing things.
This was going to be a topic. I was looking up articles about how the Division was going to kill Destiny. I was just going to read them off to you, like from back in the day.
Yeah.
And one of them was how the Division's Dark Zone is infinitely better than Destiny's PvP or something like that.
Well, the reason why a lot of Destiny streamers didn't, and some did, some stuck with the Division and they still play it to this day, and that's fine.
No, they don't.
They
I
do.
checked the Twitch directory. It's the Division.
No,
is
but I know
not
some
even
people
in
personally
sight.
who still play the Division regularly.
Okay.
But and that's fine. But it's just like, just play the game that you want to play. Why does every game have to kill another game? Why can't two games just coexist? And the best is when they say two games are like totally different from one another. They're like, do you think this game? Do you think Overwatch is gonna kill the next Final Fantasy? No, because those are two totally different games.
I love that.
It's just like, that's a question that I always get asked. Like, do you think this game is going to kill this game? I don't remember that growing up. I don't even remember that until like my teenage years or like early 20s where people were constantly thinking that one game is going to kill another game. I feel like that's so prevalent nowadays.
Ninja Diffuser says Destiny killing the Division. Oh my god, I'm done with life. Sorry to see you go. Ninja Diffuser. Brilliant Brodo says the Division is such a terrible game. I want to die. I'm sorry that I did all this to all of you people. And Gavin says, not trying to be mean, but can we change topics? We sure can change topics.
We sure can. Usually I'm on the chat, guys. If your questions aren't getting answered in a
They're
swift
not
manner,
going to.
that's because I'm not reading the chat. I'm a pro.
I only read a few because there's too many, and this is a podcast. God
I have a
damn it.
topic.
What?
Relevant to you.
What? Relevant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relevant.
What is it? You touched exactly on my nipple.
Sorry.
You have like a talent for that.
Sorry, not sorry. I read an article today about the worst fandoms that exist currently. One of the top things was YouTubers saying that
As
they
a
have the
fandom?
worst, as a fan, like separate fandoms, but most of the time YouTubers have horrible fandoms. And
Wait, I don't understand.
the question was,
YouTubers, like the YouTube fandom,
yes,
like everything.
yes,
Like all
encompassing.
Okay, so that whole fandom is bad.
Yeah.
Is what you say. They have the worst fans.
Yeah.
Not like a specific YouTuber.
They did name specifics, but they said generally because of the age range of the YouTube community, which they said, and I don't know if this is accurate, but they said like 10 to 16 is like the average YouTube watcher. They were saying how like they have the worst community because they're middle schoolers that are kind of going into high school, and all these people have just become so toxic and they feed off each other's toxicity, and like that is like the younger generation that we have today.
You know what's so great is that our demographic, our analytics show that our core audience, like 90% of them,
Yeah.
between 18 and 35.
Well, you know what? I thought about that because when I read that, the person was
Unless some of
talking
them are
about-
lying. I bet you a lot of people are lying.
That's
in
true
there.
too. If they want to watch like booby videos or whatever,
Movie
but like,
videos on YouTube.
you never know for artistic purposes.
Yes.
But one of the moms, the quote that like stood out to me was a mom who's like, "Look, I go on the internet all the time. I'm an avid Redditor. I'm like not naive to the internet, but I have a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old, like two sons, and all they do is tell each other to drink bleach all day." She's
Kill
like,
yourself.
Yeah, she's just like, all you hear is kill yourself, drink bleach, kill yourself, drink bleach. And then all they watch like all these like YouTubers, I'm trying not to curse. They watch all these YouTubers who all they do is scream and just spew nonsense and hatred like towards each other, and like that's what they learn it from.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
It's because there's no filter. They don't need to like people like I was just watching somebody and they were talking about how most of the people who watch them are kids.
Yeah.
And they proceeded to be really vulgar.
Well, the thing is, like, the Wulff Den doesn't cater to kids.
Yes.
So that is why your analytics might be correct. Because, A, you're not screaming your head off.
Yes.
You're not just, like, screaming at video games. You're not just talking about random stuff. Like, you're not humping Will. So.
Who says that?
Well, on camera, at least, you're not humping Will.
Yes.
I don't know what happens off camera.
Yeah, and I know we, like, our topics don't normally appeal to kids because we're not, like, just vomiting, like, nonsense. We're like, our titles are usually very specific.
Yeah.
But
I get that. And that just made me think of that when we were talking
it's
about,
not just like No Man's Sky sex?
Yeah. No
question
Man's Sky
mark? And then it's like me with, like, my shirt off.
Yeah.
Or something like that. No, it's not us.
No. But that just came to my mind because we were talking about, like, the gaming community.
So YouTubers have... Well, what other fandoms were bad?
They were talking about, like, bands, like boy bands.
Bronies.
They didn't say bronies.
Wow.
They said
Bronies are nice.
They said
Nice
boy
people.
bands.
Good
They
people.
said some. They said Benedict Cumberbatch fans are apparently psychopaths.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
So that was one of them, and they just said,
what are they
super
called?
Cumberbitches.
Cumberbitches.
And apparently they.
That's a Pornhub filter.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They harass his wife and say that she's not. She is like a fake actress, and their baby isn't real or something like that. That's not where they go.
Cool.
Because he just got married and had a baby.
He's not real.
Probably
It's all
not. He looks
clay.
like a dragon.
It's all clay.
He looks like he looks like, and someone said this on Reddit today, so I can't take credit for this comment. He looks like he was an animorph that was trying to turn into an animal and got stuck halfway through.
Atten says, "Thank you for not screaming." You're very welcome.
Oh my god, I was watching this guy the other day, and all he did was scream. He never, like, changed his tone to anything but screaming. And I was like, how do you even do that?
I have to admit, I'm loud.
No,
but
he was, like, actually screaming.
You probably can't tell, but in real life, I am very loud.
That's true.
Like, I mean, in front of the camera, I'm 1,000 times louder than I am, like, if I'm in a conversation.
Muy animated.
Fado says, Bob caters to men. They made this face. Yeah, everybody's just talking about fandoms. Jason Todd says bronies are cool. Cool.
Bronies cool. I watched a documentary about bronies. It was great. Highly would recommend. It's on Netflix. I forgot what it's called, though. It was interesting.
Caloric says, don't forget about YouTube's suing each other. Yeah, I am not getting into that. I refuse to watch another Leafy video.
Yeah. Leafy videos are like...
Leafy and Keemstar are like suing each other.
Let's record me and only my good plays in Overwatch and just say, and you'll never believe it. You just won't believe it. You'll never believe it.
made a video.
Okay, what happened to that?
I didn't want to upload it as like a normal video. I wanted to do it like on the side, and I'm never going to do that.
Right.
I wanted to do a video. I wanted to do a Leafy video.
Yeah.
But just amounts.
He showed me I've only seen one Leafy video my whole life that he showed me. It just never got to the point.
They're 20
like,
minutes long, and he just goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's the worst thing. I just can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the cringiest. I can never fathom the amount of cringe that is happening. And without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. And it's the worst thing I have ever seen. And
I actually had a headache after watching that video from all of the build up to like nothing.
To absolutely nothing. I hate it so much. And he's super vulgar.
I don't know.
Which is not bad.
Here's the thing.
The only reason we don't curse on here is because we want to make the family friendly thing on iTunes.
My stream is very friendly.
And I don't want to make Will bleep out curses.
That's fine. I mean, look, it's a double-edged sword. If you cater to a young community, you're going to probably make a crap ton of money. But you might have them coming to your house. Or doing crazy things, or stalking you, or just saying nasty things.
And PewDiePie just uploaded a video that...
Yeah, that's what made me think of it.
It's like 2 minutes long. He's like, hey, don't come to my house.
Or donating $100 on your mom's credit card saying, follow my Instagram for 10 minutes.
Happened to you.
Happened to me.
And also, the only reason why we bleep curses in our other videos is because I think they're funnier than the actual curses.
You should start bleeping out
In
just
real life, I
random
curse
words.
like a sailor because I don't care. On my stream, when
See, I curse
when I
like
stream,
a sailor too, but he gets mad at me for cursing. As
That's
much
not
as
true.
I do. That's true.
that's not true.
If we're around like children.
Yeah, if we're around children, because you don't like when I curse in public, I like turn the volume down on the curse word. I'll talk like this, blah blah blah. I'll like turn it down. But you just full volume all the time, kids right in front of your
Kids on my
goddamn
lap.
face. But no, when I stream, I curse like a sailor because I
Me
don't
too.
care.
Same Z's.
Just like later, I'll be streaming, drawing the thumbnail for this. I have no idea what that's gonna be.
It's just gonna be me.
Probably a Destiny thing. I think this is gonna
me
be a
on
Destiny
a
thing.
surfboard. I'm a
All
Silver
right.
Surfer. Get it?
I want to talk to you about. Do you have any idea that there was all this Metal Gear news?
This is the one synopsis that I've gotten from the Metal Gear news. It was a conversation, or, just a comic panel between Konami and a fan.
Oh.
And it was like, it wasn't real. It was made
Oh.
up. The guy was making fun of, I guess, whatever happened. It was like, what do Konami fans really want to see in a Metal Gear? And they were like, Kojima? And they're like, nah, zombies. And they were like, no, not really. And they were like, nah, zombies. And that was the comic panel. So I can only assume that maybe zombies?
All right. We're going to watch it together. For us, the audio is going to be delayed.
Okay.
And
Ooh. I'll just delay.
it's probably going to be tiny for you guys, but we're going to watch it together.
Tiny little trailer.
Let me turn this on. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Oh, was that a zombie?
Peggy
No,
18.
it sure was a damn zombie. Oh, this isn't too bad. Also, it cutting to black is actually in the trailer. It's not like
it's
not a
like
defect.
a cutscene type
no.
What is that? What is everything getting sucked into the sky? It's like a theme in movies and games.
Yes.
Everything getting sucked into the sky.
Don't.
Is that a clicker?
Yeah. I can't tell. Is that supposed to be quiet? I don't think it is.
I don't know. She's dressed with too many clothes. Just too many clothes
Well,
on.
back in the day, she had that outfit.
There's like a sense
Yeah. she's zombies.
very Final Fantasy.
Because bows and arrows are cool now.
I love bows and arrows personally, but that like little scene is very Final Fantasy.
No bows and arrows in Phantom Pain.
I feel like no bows and arrows ever in Metal Gear. Oh, that's a Balrog. Only people who watch Lord of the Rings will get that
No, I
joke.
don't get it. So
That was lame.
that looks like crap, doesn't it? It,
And
it
I have
looks
never
like
even played a Metal Gear game.
it looks like the cutscenes from Metal Gear Rising. Remember the one with the swords and stuff?
Yeah.
That one. It looks that game was good, not a Metal Gear game. And the cutscenes were atrocious.
I mean, but really, what did everyone expect to happen?
Nobody expected a Metal Gear game. That's the thing. Nobody.
yeah, but
'cause
this is like-
last time they were like, "Yo, Metal Gear announcement. Here's a new pachinko machine. Bing,
Pew,
bing,
pew,
bing, bing."
pew. I love pachinko machines.
You've never even seen one in real life.
How much would I bet? That's what I thought.
$10.
Oh, guess I'm getting $10 at
Where
this
have you
game.
seen a pachinko machine?
In Florida when I was really little.
They have pachinko machines in
Yeah.
Florida? Get the hell out of here.
No, I remember. And there was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode called Rocky Just Wants to Have Fun, where an evil pachinko machine takes over Angel Grove.
What?
We'll throw it back for you.
Get the hell out of here. So, Nobody expected an actual game. And also because Konami hasn't made anything, and we thought that Konami was just done with games. And that's why they got rid of Kojima. And that's why they got rid of the whole thing. Why would they make another Metal Gear game without Kojima?
Because money.
But no. Because they could have made so much more money with Kojima.
I know, but they're dumb, obviously. Obviously, they have no idea what they're doing.
I have a feeling the reason Kojima left is because Konami was like, stop asking for more money.
Kojima was like, I just want to work with naked Daryl. I was thinking for a second.
Norman Reedus.
Naked Norman Reedus. And you guys won't let me, so I'm going to go work with naked
He's
Norman
probably like,
Reedus
give me
somewhere
an
else.
insane amount of money. And they were like, fine, here. And then he's like, guess what? I need another insane amount of money. And they were like, no, stop it. You know what?
Like,
we're cutting the game short.
They were like, Kojima, we're so tired of looking at Norman Reedus' P-Whis. Please.
P-Whis.
Well, I didn't know what was going to be bleeped out and what wasn't, so I said P-Whis.
It's just the F word and the S word.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
What if I say the C word?
C word is like,
You
we'll have a little
the
debate.
F word and the S word, but you don't bleep out the C word?
No, we
That's
bleep out the
ridiculous.
C word. Bleep out the C word.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
I'll tell you later.
Did you fart? You
No.
farted!
No, I didn't. I got blood on you.
You got blood on me. Where's that from? Oh,
Nowhere.
you're playing with your cuticles.
Everything's fine. I'm not.
Ew. You can't say that and expect people's
'Cause I didn't
minds
want you to
not to
look-
go somewhere weird.
I didn't want you to look down and freak the fuck out because there was blood on your hand.
Whatever.
It's fine. Blood is slowly filling my finger.
Maddie says, how about the P word? And he means pussy. And no, we don't care about that. Everybody's just saying that he farted.
I didn't fart, guys. You know me better than that. If I
So,
go a 24-hour stream without farting, I didn't fart.
you totally farted during that stream. 100% farted during that stream.
No farts.
No, you would die. You would explode. Greg says it's going to suck without Kojima. Of
Yeah.
course it's going to suck without
Yeah.
Kojima.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's kind of like... And yeah, it is a cash grab, but like, who's going to buy it? Everybody
People are
knows that it's not the same.
I feel like it's gonna be a morbid curiosity of people buying it. And maybe people who would just buy it no matter what, but also people who are like, let me just see what this is like. And then they're going to be like, well, damn it.
I would be on board if it was $20 and it was like an online
But
only thing.
why the zombies, though?
I'm thinking they're trying to do like a Resident Evil Outbreak type deal where it's just online
But it's been
only.
done so many times. I feel
I know,
like
and it's
Outbreak
always
games
terrible.
in general have just been
It's
done.
always bad when they do online zombie stuff.
If it's not The Last
always
of
bad.
Us, not a good game. Generally. Ever.
I mean, I like the old Resident Evils, but this
never
looks like a bad Resident Evil. This
Resident
looks like one of the new
Evil's too
bad
spooky
ones.
for me.
Too spooky.
What do people think?
Jason Todd says, girl can't fart. Nice try, Will.
Yeah, Will. Nice try.
You're the more
Oh, I'm
version of Will. Maddie says, you gotta sneak past zombies with the box.
Yeah. The zombies are like, huh? And it's like, wee! That's my Metal Gear impression.
I don't know if you saw that in the beginning. That part where everything's like blowing up.
Yeah.
That was the what is it? The whole like the forward operating base
Right.
that blows up at the end of Ground Zeroes.
At least make the zombies look cool, though. They look like you broke off a glow stick and stuck it in their
They look
necks.
terrible. I know. Yeah, they're not even like actual. They're like Metal Gear had weird monsters in the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And I guess they kind of had weird monster things in Metal Gear Rising or
Okay.
Revengeance, whatever. And they were totally different. And all of the bosses are always like weird, like paranormal things.
Okay.
And these monsters look like totally different than any of the other monsters we've ever seen. They came out of nowhere. There's no excuse for these
They're
monsters
just,
at all. Yeah.
I feel like another game did that, and they were like, what the hell? But
Yakuza.
maybe.
Yakuza 5 or something. They were just like, zombies!
Zombies out of nowhere.
Just for no reason.
Next Destiny DLC, zombies. Even though it has nothing to do with anything. How do you
So
feel
yeah,
about
I'm not going to get this unless it's $20. And it's like, I'm not going to get it. As much as I love Metal Gear, this looks like absolute trash.
I know.
And like I was saying, it takes place immediately after Ground Zeroes, which is the prequel to the Phantom Pain.
Right.
At the end of Ground Zero, spoiler alert, the forward operating base blows up and everybody like leaves.
Wow, too soon.
And I guess these are the people who survived that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are people who survived and they're like crazy. There's like
Now
something
there's
wrong with them.
zombies.
They're like crazy, and you have to like pick them up in Phantom Pain. You have to like find them. You're like, hey, what's going on? They're like, "Bah!" You gotta like wrangle them up.
Accurate, probably what it was really like.
I have to show you a video because it's insane. They're like they're
I
like
wanna
you're
be-
walking around Afghanistan, you're like and you're like, hey, what's that guy doing? Hey, buddy. He's like, bah!
I want to be the
Like,
voice actor of that guy.
he looks like a Muppet. He looks like Kermit. Because only the top halves of their body are going nuts.
Yeah.
The bottom half is just doing
They're
what
like
they do.
wacky waving inflatable arm flying too.
Yes, and if you get too close, they're like, ah, 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 and they just like run away.
That sounds hilarious.
Caloric says split timeline. No, I mean I think it's the same universe, which is stupid. I hope this is the last Metal Gear game ever.
Ever.
All right, last topic. What was the time to? Oh, it's kind of late.
I have a zombie thing though I want to talk about really quick.
Let's talk about it really quickly.
It's real life. It's nothing to do with games or comics. But I was telling Bob today in Florida. Surprise, surprise! This guy who was a normal frat guy, straight A student, like captain of the football league, had a huge penis, all the things.
Where did that come from? Was
What?
that in the autopsy report?
Had a huge penis?
Yeah, huge penis.
I don't know. Some girl said she like blew.
Why are
him.
you saying penis?
I don't know.
Why do you keep saying penis?
Dick.
I've never heard you say penis before.
I got it from Mav. Mav says penis. Credit to Mav show. He was out dinner with his family, having a great time, and got angry about something. They didn't say in the news article what he got angry about, but he went to walk back to his house, which apparently was like down the block from the restaurant, saw a couple sitting in their garage on their lawn chairs, stabbed the couple to death, and ate the guy's face. The police found him eating the guy's face and making these horrible, like, growling noises at the police. Literally, this kid had never gotten a ticket, never been arrested, never did, like, had any history of drug use. Who knows, like, what the case. But he literally found him eating his face and growling and, like, making all these, like, animalistic sounds. And the police were like, we just, like, don't know, dude. They're like, usually we could be like, oh, well, he had a connection to these people, or oh, well, he has a a history of mental instability or whatever. They're like, this guy just literally just started eating people's faces.
Well, you did say that he was eating dinner, got mad, left, and then did this.
Yeah.
So clearly he was mad and he was hungry because he didn't finish his dinner.
Oh, right. Someone was like, oh, it must have been like the slow wait for food. I was like, that's what I do when I go to Applebee's, and I'm like, I can't believe how long my wings are taking. BRB, gotta go eat someone's face. That's my next general statement. My point is, I'm going to be in Florida next week for DestinyCon, and I'm a little scared because so many bad things happen in Florida. Like, what goes on there? What is in the water? If you're in Florida and you need help, call me. I'll help you.
AJ and Jackie are in Florida.
They're
right
both
now.
in Florida.
Yeah.
Can you just, like, test your waters for, like, I don't know, dead flesh? Something along those lines? Because I just can't believe that every time there's someone eating someone else's face, it's always in Florida. I really just had to get that off my chest.
Anyway, there's an article posted on Reddit that was deleted by the original poster.
Oh, was it deleted?
Yeah, because everybody was
Because
probably
I read the whole thing.
really mad at him. The article is the title is "Where is the No Man's Sky we were sold on?" Front. Oh no, that's not the name of it. Let's go back.
Let's go back.
Where's the No Man's Sky we were sold on? Here's a big list of things that are missing from the game, complete with sources, links for everything, and quotes.
I have to
Also,
say.
an unpleasant revelation concerning how the game is being advertised, which somebody talked about in a video yesterday. That was posted at 10 o'clock in the morning. I wonder where they might have gotten that idea.
I do have to say, this guy did a very detailed job. Because I haven't played the game yet, but I was like, damn. He did a lot of research.
But here's the thing. I also read the article. There's a lot here. Just Google No Man's Sky Reddit, and it's like one of the first things.
It's like on the front page of Art Gaming.
Yeah. Well, it was deleted and then reposted because
Oh.
it's presumably getting like a lot of death threats and couldn't handle it. But no, he stayed up all night and was reposting things that like people were making corrections and stuff. So he was very involved with the community. and he has like tables of things that were promised and are not in the game.
Yeah.
Some of the things are true. Some of the things, like being able to meet another player, like if you come across them, being able to see them.
Right.
That's something that he said was going to be in the game and is not in the game.
Yeah.
It's clear that Sean Murray, the guy who made No Man's Sky, the lead designer, it's clear that he wasn't ready to be giving interviews and stuff. He's telling people his vision of the game and not what's actually going to be the final product, you know? Like all of the things that he's hoping that are going to end up in the game.
And everyone took like to be like his word was God.
Yes. I mean, it kind of is, but
I mean, it kind of is. I do know the first article that I saw after the release of No Man's Sky was 2 people were live streaming it. They were on the same planet in the same spot, and they couldn't see each other. And that was like that raised like a lot of flags. People were like, "Well, what the hell?"
Yes, that is all the way at the bottom of this article.
Well,
a lot of the things here, and he links to sources, and it's just not what he said. A lot of this is mixing up his words.
yeah.
Let me see if I can find an example. Destroying space stations and fleets. Maybe, this is the quote, maybe you take out a space station or a fleet or, you know, something like that. So, like, come on.
Yeah, you can't nitpick. I mean, look, I haven't got the game yet, so I can't really make a solid opinion about it. But you seem to really enjoy it. I know a lot of people seem to enjoy it, but just for every person that does enjoy it, there is someone who doesn't. I personally, the game is not what I thought it was going to be. I did think it was going to be a lot more than it is, so I don't know if I'm going to get it.
A lot of people did.
Yeah. And, like, it makes me sad because it is a game that I was really, really looking forward to. And I was looking forward to streaming it, and I was looking forward to, like, exploring and stuff, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's for me.
Jackie says, Florida's fun. We have Disney World. It's the happiest place on earth.
That is true. Can't argue that logic.
Here's something. Faction affiliations.
I did see that seemed like it was a big deal.
And then he said he has to add with significance because there is faction affiliations in the game. It's there. It's a thing that you could do.
Okay.
And the quote is, different races have different attributes, ... And depending on how I'm playing, I might want to kind of make an allegiance with one or another. That's 100% accurate. You can do that in the game. And this is he harps on this a lot, that, like, if you're in a space fight, like, another faction won't help you.
That makes sense.
Or, like, if you're being chased by the Sentinels or whatever, the faction that you're aligned with won't help you or anything. They won't help you fight or anything. But that's not what they do. That is that is pure speculation.
Right.
The faction allegiance is just that you have a better standing with certain races, and they'll help you with certain gear and stuff.
So there is, like, some sort of battle type thing going on.
Part of the lore, all of the story is, like, thrown at you like a visual novel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll see a character, that's, like, sitting down static, and you'll go over to him, and then, like, dialogue will come next to it, and you get to pick your dialogue options.
Oh, okay.
If that race starts to like you, they'll start giving you better stuff. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. And different races have different attributes. Like, one of them is really violent, one of them is really peaceful. So, like, you'll get presumably more you'll get better weapons from the violent one.
Right.
You know? So there are factions with significance. I mean, there are faction affiliations, just not with, like, real significance like there would be in I don't know, like Skyrim. I keep bringing up Skyrim. I've never even freaking played Skyrim.
You never played Skyrim?
No.
Oh yeah, that's really not up your alley at all. One thing that I did read from that article was that the crafting wasn't up to par with what people were told. They said there was gonna be more a la Minecraft. That's really not a la Minecraft.
But, like, be specific.
Well,
you know?
his I think his explanation, and I'm not remembering it verbatim, but it was something along the lines of, like, there is no, like, it was kind of like the players were told they were going to be able to discover these crafting recipes and stuff like that, but it's really not as free as they were told it was going to be. It's more like you have to be taught everything specifically, like, this can only make this, and this can only make that.
One thing that really bothers me, because I didn't know this, is that they say over and over again that the planet is going to rotate around the sun. in real time. You know,
Right.
you're going to see that be affected. So night and day cycle is actually because the planet is actually moving around the sun.
Which is cool.
What else? And things like different things will be affected. Like you'll see different animals because of how far away it is from the sun.
Yeah.
Different attributes on the planet. But apparently none of this is true. Apparently the planet has no idea how far away it is from the sun or anything.
I did read that.
And apparently there is no actual sun in the galaxy or in the
In
solar system.
Yeah.
It's just like a skybox. And
I think people were really disappointed. What it sounds like to me is that a lot of the little nuances, like in scientific aspects of it, are not there.
yes.
It makes
it's
the
a,
game.
it's a lot of really little things.
Yeah, but
and I
overall, they're saying it
understand.
makes the game seem more vapid.
A lot of it makes sense, like the planetary system. Like that is a big deal. Like, because that's like really cool.
Yeah.
But it does seem that when you do fly onto a planet, it kind of like loads a little bit. So like, it looks like the planet rotating. How far away is from the sun doesn't really matter in the game, and that is a little upsetting.
Yeah.
But other things are very nitpicky.
One of them-
and a lot of speculation.
One of them in that article that I was like, come on, you didn't even have to put that, was that they were promised butterflies and other little bug creatures that would fly around, and he didn't find any. And then someone said, no, dude, I see butterflies sometimes. And he was like, correction, there's butterflies sometimes. I was like, who even cares? There's
That's the thing.
butterflies?
Like, I was listening to a podcast Beyond today, and they were saying how you are not guaranteed to have any fun in this game. You could go the whole game without seeing a single animal just because the procedural generation could be against you. It's all RNG.
Yeah.
So, like, you can go a whole game without just seeing a butterfly. You know?
You're
Like,
good.
stuff like that.
I
Like,
mean,
maybe
I'm
you're
a
hitting the
little-
same planet every time you land on a planet.
I am a little sad about what the game turned out to be, but this happens. I'm not saying that people won't enjoy it, because they will. It's just not what I thought it was going to be. But I'm not going to go on some crazy rampage about it. I'm just going to accept it. Wait for Horizon Zero Dawn.
When you were talking about the dude getting his face eaten off, everybody in the chat went, ew! And I was, like, locked at that point. I couldn't see.
I know, I figured everyone was reacting, but I was like, but I'm just going to move on.
All right. I guess that's it for No Man's Sky stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep going into this, keep digging into this article. Crafting that has complexity, yes. Find elements by checking galactic map. This is another one that bothered me. If you're searching for this is the quote. If you're searching for an element, a great tool there is the galactic map. The first thing that's incredibly helpful is if someone has been to that system before and visiting it, they'll discover it. And then if they choose to, they will upload that information. And now everyone who goes to that system is going to know about that system. So checking elements by using the galactic map isn't the feature he's talking about. He's talking about if somebody else was on that planet,
Yeah.
you'll see what was on that planet.
Yeah.
So the galactic map doesn't tell you anything unless somebody has been to that system before.
Right.
And right now, the game's new, so
there's
nobody's
a lot,
on any of the systems.
There's a lot of empty space.
So it's a lot of these things, like just like this article has a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like, because there were a lot of promises that weren't fulfilled. Yeah. But you need to take everything that he's saying with a grain of salt, because a lot of these are just complete speculation that people got the wrong idea about.
It could be. I mean, a lot of times, like, I defended the game because I was when it was supposed to come out at the end of June and then it didn't. And it was like a week or two before that was supposed to happen. And then they said it wasn't going to come out. And everyone thought it was like a joke. Everyone thought it was like, no, that's a rumor. It's not actually delayed. I defended that game and said, no, guys, like, this is what we want. We want this game to be delayed because this game has so many promises and so many aspects to it that it needs to be perfect. Otherwise, like, you guys are going to complain that it's not, that it was overhyped. And I just feel like that article did say that, like, maybe some of the things that we were promised were cut out at the last minute. There's no way to know that, obviously, unless, the production team comes out and outright says that. But I just think, yeah, I mean, I think this was one of the games that I was looking forward to. I think it's still a beautiful game. I think there could be a lot of fun had in it, but I don't think it's for me, personally.
I like it. I'm excited to get back into it. But it's one of those things where you're not guaranteed to have a good time. I don't know why I want to keep playing. I think I want to know more about the lore. I want to get further to
Which I
towards
like.
the
I
center.
like lore in video games, so I haven't been on the fence about a game like this or a game in general in a long time. Like this.
Just borrow and play like the first hour or so.
And you'll never get it back.
Shut up. All right, we got to go. Let's get into you guys talk to us in the chat.
At the end, I have something to plug.
We got the hashtag Wulff Den Live on Twitter, which I'll answer right now. And also, we go into the comments from the previous Wulff Den Live on YouTube.
That's all you.
First, we got Gavin. Thoughts on YouTube getting rid of the default profile pic? Do you know about this?
I didn't. Not as immersed in the YouTube world.
What does that even mean? The default
Is there a
profile
default
pic?
profile pic? I didn't know there was. Kind of like how Twitter has the egg. Is that like a thing?
Is that it?
Maybe.
Maybe that's it. Oh, yeah, it's just like a little guy.
Oh, it's a little guy.
It's a little guy
So
on
what
YouTube.
does it turn into instead?
Or is it just nothing? I don't know. I didn't
Maybe
know.
because it's a guy. Huh? Triggered.
Fred Bushy. Thank you for the comics. He sent me comics today.
I saw a picture.
He asked Will a question, so I'm not going to read it.
If you will.
Oh, he also asked, how are you guys today? I'm well.
I'm pretty good.
He didn't ask you. He asked Will.
I know, but I'm just going to say I'm pretty good.
And that's it for Twitter. I got to pull up the comments from... Oh, last week we got a lot of comments because it was the No Man's Sky one, and people were excited.
I didn't watch the last one.
I'm not going to read all these. I should have probably vetted some of these. Liam asks, Bob, I have a question. Where do you start reading Harley Quinn comics? That is a question for Will. I shouldn't have read that whole question.
I have a question. If you're reading this, you have 30 seconds to throw this phone out the window before it explodes.
Cthulhu Chow asks, when does it come out on Game Boy Color? He's talking about No Man's Sky.
Ooh.
Have you played it on PC?
Nope.
Because, same graphics.
I have not played it on PC.
It's a little joke.
I heard it's a nice
little
experience.
PC gamer joke. Jonathan asks, no, this is another question for Will. But sorry I missed the stream, but does Will have any idea what he will do with YouTube after the engagement? As far as I know, it's going to be exactly the same.
It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the replacement.
Josh
What are you gonna do when
says,
they're on their honeymoon?
yeah, I just won't upload videos. Josh says, No Man's Sky definitely isn't for everyone. It seems way too grindy for me. It's very grindy.
I can imagine. Which I'm surprised that you like that, because you don't like grinding in any game.
The boss says, you guys are always great at what you do. Thank you.
Oh.
I really enjoyed Suicide Squad, by the way. Quick, but it was good action and a lot of it. Harley and Deadshot were amazing, especially with the Easter eggs. Also, Ed Brubaker's Kill or Be Killed from Image Comics last Wednesday, and this one I got the new Jonathan Hickman and Tom Cocker. This is all comic stuff. You guys like comics too much. Both were really great and different. Also, you guys are always great. Oh, he said that twice. Thank you. You like Suicide Squad?
I thought it was okay. I thought like some parts were really cringy and try-hardy, but it was enjoyable. It was like one of those movies where even me, who doesn't know a lot about the DC universe, was like, why is this happening? But I still enjoyed it. It's whatever.
Red Door says, I really want to play this game, No Man's Sky, but $60 for a game I will most likely get tired of relatively quickly. I'll be okay with getting tired of a game that costs $20 to $30, but then I'm sure the game will be more polished with more features.
You think No Man's Sky will be more polished and more features?
Yeah, I don't know about that for $20 or $30, but I said in my video that if this game was $20 or $30, or even $40, people would take it a completely different way. People would not be expecting as much stuff to be packed into it.
I mean, that's always the case, though, with any game.
The default YouTube pick is a letter now.
Oh.
According
How
to Gavin.
very politically correct.
So is it your letter?
It's like the first letter of your channel name.
Common Boy. This is a long episode. Vicky equals longer podcast. More Vicky on Wulff Den Live. Common Boy says.
Thanks. Vote for me.
Juan says, hey, Geck and Bob. Hello.
Hello, Antoine. How you doing?
Oh, Jackie says, did you and Will talk about the new Rogue One trailer yet? I did not. You didn't even see it.
I didn't even see it.
Oh my God.
The only part I saw was when Darth Vader, spoiler alert, is in the trailer.
In
It's
the
spoiler alert in the middle of the spoiler.
in the international version, he's in it for like less than a
He's
second.
like, hey,
He's like, meh.
you want keys?
I did have that written down to talk about. Caloric says Vicky's hair. Vicky has pretty hair. That's what he
Thanks. I just got it done today. It is silver.
said. Like hours ago. No, we didn't talk about the Rogue One trailer. He was very excited about it. I was very excited about it. We did a tweet and an Instagram video about it. You can check our Instagram. It's like
I'm excited. I'm excited for any Star Wars.
it looks real. It
type
looks
thing.
pretty dead on, and it's you can tell. Like I know Disney did reshoots because they wanted to lighten it up a little bit, which scares me. That scares me like a lot. But you could tell in this trailer that they didn't line it up too much. There's just like one little quip, like the droid's like, "You're his friend. I won't kill you."
Like episode 1 droids.
And she's like, "Thanks."
Thanks.
And that's funny. It's like dark humor, so that's good.
2 movies I'm excited for at the end of the year. Rogue One, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Tevia asks, Bob, any opinion on the Assassin's Creed movie? That's not going to be good.
What is that comes at the end of the year too, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's not going to be a
We're
good
probably
movie.
see it though.
I kind of want to see
I
it.
kind of want to see it.
not
I've been
gonna-
playing Assassin's Creed for a long time.
Absolutely not going to be good.
You
Definitely not.
never know.
She's Todd. Bob, didn't you say you hate No Man's Sky because your save game crashed? Yes, that was a joke. Yeah, the game crashed and I lost my save, but I really didn't have to do much to get all my stuff back.
Yeah.
For a second,
It was just a little
I-
temper tantrum.
I thought that because I just got my hyperdrive, and that's a
Yeah.
big deal because that's how you get to another system.
Yeah.
And mid hyper jump, it crashed. So then I was back where I was with no hyperdrive, and you have to every time I land in a solar system, I just get a hyperdrive so I can go to the next solar system.
Yeah.
And I had just gotten the hyperdrive, and I went to go, and it crashed. So I had to
Oh,
do that
God.
all over again, but I didn't. It was
okay.
it was very
That's not
easy.
so bad.
I just thought it was a funny tweet. Jason Todd says Bob needs a haircut. You can suck on my cock. Blah, blah. Jason Todd also says the movie is going to glitch halfway through Assassin's Creed.
People are gonna have like just teeth and no skin. It's gonna be very creepy. That sounds terrifying, actually.
Reese says, has anyone ever told you, Bob, you look just like the UN teacher from Community? Who's that?
I don't know.
I'm going to Google it right now.
I don't know. I've never watched Community. I heard it's good.
UN teacher Community. I spelled that all wrong.
Make sure you pay attention to the Twitch chat too.
I'm going back and forth. I got both up.
All right.
Bob, how do you feel about Power Rangers? Fado asks. You love Power Rangers. I think it's.
He said, Bob, how do you feel about Power Rangers?
See, people always mix them up. I knew it. It's what's his name? Martin Starr.
Yeah. I'm very excited for Power Rangers. I know it might not be amazing, but I'm gonna see it anyway, obviously. So.
Matt says Pokemon Uranium is awesome. Thanks. You're welcome. I want to play Pokemon Uranium. You should play that. You should stream that.
Maybe.
That'd be a big deal. You get shut down by Nintendo.
Yay. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Why not?
I don't know. Sometimes they're iffy about.
You should do it before they.
Twitch is iffy about weird things.
Look at the blacklist. If it's not on the blacklist, you should do it. All right, last question. From AJ. What do you guys think about the Guardians of the Galaxy writers being involved with the Detective Pikachu movie? What?
I didn't even know that was. First of all, I didn't even know Detective Pikachu had a movie. I was excited for the game. Didn't know
I
there
really
was a
hope
movie
Danny
coming
DeVito
out. Yeah,
is
that'd be
Detective Pikachu. That'd be amazing.
Hey yo.
Uh,
My Danny DeVito impression.
but no, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was an amazing movie. So Detective Pikachu, maybe. Detective Pikachu, that's a video game movie I have high hopes about.
Apparently, now it escapes me, so this might not even be a fun fact, but the writers of, I think, 2 very big TV shows are going to write a Pokemon movie. Or 2 very big movies are going to write a Pokemon movie.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, he said Detective Pikachu. Oh, that was the movie. I thought it was going to be like the Pokemon movies that we grew up with. Like,
What?
you know, like an actual Pokemon
Well,
movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy guys
Yeah.
are writing Detective Pikachu.
Never mind. I thought it was going to be like the Pokemon movies that we grew up with. Like
A kid's movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Matt says that I mentioned Pokemon Uranium last week, and he played it because he saw our episode.
There you go.
So you are welcome. I'm sorry that I ever doubted you.
I can't wait for Pokemon Sun and Moon to get out. Hopefully $500 mysteriously drops from the sky so I get a capture card.
Rail says, those crickets are killing me. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. There's a window like right here off screen. And there's an air conditioner in it. And the air conditioner's off and they're pissed.
Ah.
All right, guys, that's it. We're out.
Wait, I have something to plug.
Okay.
This Friday.
Friday.
From 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be doing a charity stream. Bob will put my social information in the description of this video after it is uploaded.
If there's any mods, just type her Twitch.
Twitter, because I'm going to announce all the details on Twitter.
Okay, type her Twitter.
So I'm going to be doing a charity stream from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern.
If you're watching this after, it'll be in the description.
Yep. All the Destiny streamers are having a time slot. That's my time slot. I'm sure I'll tweet out the schedule so that you guys can see all of them. But we're raising money for charity. If you're going to DestinyCon next week, I'll be there. I'm leaving for Tampa next Thursday. So if you're in the Florida area, I will be there. I'm going to Disney World. We're doing a meetup there. But we are, like, all these proceeds from DestinyCon are going to charity. These streams are just adding money to the big donation that we're giving to that charity. So if you want to stop by and support, it'd be cool. That's all I got to say.
Her stream's cool. She's a lot more responsive to chat.
That's my shtick.
There's also like 1 million people watching.
Me.
And they're all like, show me your boobs.
Show me your boobs. Also, this is a PSA from me. Bob is a big fat liar because he said breast TV sucks. And right now I'm looking at a breast TV can.
TV, you said TV twice.
Iced tea can.
Brisk iced tea. Yeah, I drink it. It sucks.
I'm just going to put it out there.
It's like how I used to eat Chipotle
Everything is
knowing
a
it
lie.
sucks. Knowing Chipotle sucks.
Yeah.
Chipotle sucks. If you have a Moe's in the area, Moe's is amazing. And basically any other burrito place except Chipotle.
I lost a lot of blood during this podcast. I just want you to know.
Yeah, you look at this.
You can't probably see it from
She
there.
she just picks at her thumb.
Anyway.
All right, so this gets archived. It is on iTunes and Twitch. Nope. Yes, it is on Twitch. It's on
iTunes,
iTunes,
Twitch.
Google Play, SoundCloud, all that jazz. Or you can see it on YouTube. You can click the link that's on my Twitter, or you can just wait for it to go up on Thursday at like 10-ish in the morning. And we'll see you next week.
I won't.
Don't forget to rate us, leave us
Bye.
comments, use the hashtag Wulff Den Live, and we'll answer your question in the next week. After this, I'm going on my Twitter, my Twitch. Oop, I just stabbed you
Ow.
like crazy with this pencil.
It's fine.
My Twitch,
Injuries.
twitch.tv/Bob Wulff, and I will be streaming me drawing the thumbnail.
I'll be filing for workman's comp.
Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.